Good morning everyone, it's me Jeff Ignacio, pemilik channel ini, Suka Hati Pelanggan. Thank you very much for the support, for the comments, for the likes and everything that all of you have done to the channel. It's a privilege, satu kesempatan dan satu kehormatan bagi saya untuk berada dalam channel ini, untuk berada dalam YouTube ini, dan anda pun terus menyokong saya. So dalam beberapa hari, I think 3-4 hari saya tak buat reaction. Salah satu disebabkan saya nak rehat, kedua disebabkan kerja, dan pada hari Selasa lepas saya divaksinasi dos yang pertama untuk AstraZeneca, and it was a very smooth process, to tell you honestly. I got my vaccination at Persada Johor. You know what, saya nak cerita je lah yang pengalaman saya supaya semua orang pun tahu, especially yang berada dekat Johor. Minta maaf. Saya sampai sebelum pukul 2, dalam 1.55 macam tu, masuk tak sampai 25 minit. Tak sampai 25 minit, 10 minit macam tu, I dah settle untuk divaksinasi. I got my first dose, you know. And I just want to tell you yang bila I dah dapat AstraZeneca ni, dah mati-mati I dah usahakan dan dapat, mula-mula tu happy. Dalam pengalaman tu memang happy, tapi semakin pasal saya sebulan sebelum tu I dah dapat date dia. Tapi on and off I rasa macam should I go or not? Should I go or not? Why? So how should I like should I go or should I not? Itu fikiran I. And then terlebih sekali bila I dah baca berkaitan dengan komen orang, ada yang kena ni, ada yang kena tu. Aduh, I kata apalah fikir macam ni padahal kita dah dapat kan. But my friend reminded me, you work hard to get that vaccine. You know, nak dapatkan AstraZeneca, you kena mati-mati tekan handphone ataupun laptop you untuk dapat slot beratus kali sejam lebih you cuba, and finally you got it, and then you said you don't want. That's what my friend said. I was like, true also lah, okay, just go. And then masa I kata tadi tu dalam 1.55 I sampai, tak sempat nak fikir apa pun. Dah settle dalam 15-20 minit macam tu, dah settle. Dan pulang rumah, I kata, oh, that was fast, yeah. And it wasn't painful. And cuma the only thing is I wasn't allowed to untuk rakam. Tapi for the very first time, I tengok orang jarum I. Dari dia masukkan jarum tu, dia tekan that thing to go in, you know, that bukan virus, that vaccine, to pulling out the needle and throwing it out. I tengok. Biasa I tak tengok, I biarkan je. So kali ni I betul-betul tengok, and ya memang betul ada cecair tu dalam tu. Then I came back before 2:30, I dah sampai rumah. Bayangkan cepat. Because I stay about 5-10 minutes drive from the city. And sampai rumah, lepak, relax. Tak ada apa-apa berlaku dalam fikir I. Mungkin tak ada lah kot, I tak dapat side effect lah, dengan confidentnya lah. So sampai pukul 8 malam, 9 malam tak ada lah. So I masuk bilik dalam pukul 10 lebih tu, I main phone, I chat dengan kawan-kawan I, and then update my family. 10:30, 10:40, I suddenly keep on coughing. I normally will cough, tapi yang cough yang macam ni bukan cough. I normally cough because ada something yang dekat throat I yang macam I feel itchy kan. Yang ni bukan. Ini tiba-tiba you batuk dan berkahak. And then beberapa minit kemudian, I was like, am I having fever? Macam tu. Am I having fever? Betul-betul I demam. Tapi I tak confirm lagi. So I went out and see my housemate. I said, boleh pegang I punya dahi kan? Bukan dagu kan. Dahi. You demam. I quickly take my, what do you call that? Upamol. Take 2 tablets. Rest. Tidur lah. I betul-betul tidur. Dalam tengah malam, pukul 12 lebih, I terbangun. Tak tahu kenapa, I pegang dahi I. Dah tak fever dah. Tapi katil I dah basah. Bukan basah macam banjir ke apa. I was sweating and it was like a cold sweat, you know. So, the next day also I take paracetamol because Upamol dah finish. I did consult a doctor, a friend of mine, a colleague as well. Dia kata boleh, paracetamol dengan Upamol tu dia punya content tu lebih kurang je. So, I ambil tu lah. Sekarang yang ada ni cuma batuk je lah, but it's recovering. Demam tak ada, tapi yesterday, whole day, I feel that my brain is like so relaxed. tenang, you know, ya, tak stres, langsung tak stres, macam kosong je. Sebenarnya I tak buat banyak kerja pun semalam, because I'm enjoying the rest. You know, I was given the rest and I feel like tidur je, bukannya lemas, bukan lemas. I feel like I just want to sleep. Macam tu. Then today I did a lot of things, the usual thing, yang pergi beli sarapan apa semua, and here I am right now in front of you. Yeah, that was my vaccination story, first dose. And yelah, ada dia sakit bahagian tu je lah. Dia tak ada bengkak pun. Dia tak ada bengkak. Tak ada lah. Tak ada sangat. Cuma bila you tekan tu memang ada rasa macam sakit lah. Tapi not maximum. So on Tuesday I went, yesterday, Wednesday, Thursday today. Selepas 2 hari, okay lah. Tak demam. Yeah. So of course sometimes this is something that I learned. When you are being fed with a lot of stories, especially cerita tentang vaccination, ada yang mati, ada yang sampai kena COVID and then kena admit dekat hospital. Well, I believe it all depends on the individual itself. You know, mati tu rahsia Tuhan, number one. Number two, bila-bila pun kita boleh mati kan. And then I always believe in our body itself, you know. And apa yang I nak kata adalah, kita jangan disebabkan cerita-cerita negatif ni kita jadi fobia, kita jadi anti-vax, kita jadi tak nak. Oh, nanti I macam ni, nanti I itu. But I also cannot tell you, belum cuba belum tahu. Yeah, because nanti you cuba, you tahu rupa-rupanya you akan dapat macam tu. Okay, I'm not telling you like belum cuba belum tahu, yeah. But this is what I take. You know, like I said, few days before the vaccination, saya ada sakit kepala. I don't know, maybe because I'm worried about going for vaccination. But I shut down everything. You know, I'm in the group of this AstraZeneca group, and then some naughty people, orang yang nakal, dia akan macam ni, dia ceritalah dia punya story. And then story orang lain dia masukkan, orang yang lepas vaksin, hari ni dia vaksin, esok dia meninggal. Contoh dia. Hari ni dia vaksin, esok dia terlantar hospital, dia COVID stage 4 atau 5. Macam tu. So, I'm a positive person. I'm a easygoing person, happy-go-lucky kind of person. That's why I try my very best to shut down all the information. For few days, I didn't even open the AstraZeneca or any group yang boleh menyampaikan sesuatu berita itu yang membuatkan you rasa was-was untuk meneruskan. So I shut down everything, and this is what I do. I surrender to God. I said, God, I'm going for the vaccination, so come what may lah. Because seriously, if this is required for me to be able to live my life again, to be able to, you know, live a normal life, not by tak terkurung. Because bila semua orang kena vaksin, you saja yang tak vaksin, so that's the thing lah. So I said, okay, surrender, since I dah mati-mati dah apply AstraZeneca ni, then at the same time I dapat the opportunity, so I'll just go. So I am thankful that reaction is just that. Even though ialah dalam keadaan macam tu, I fikirlah, Tuhan, jangan dululah, saya masih nak hidup panjang sikit. Macam tu. Memang ada lah kan, kita tak boleh lah 100% jadi orang yang positif kan. Kadang-kadang kita akan berada di situasi yang kita sendiri pun macam ragu-ragu. Tapi itulah, I survive, and then mereka kata second dose tu akan lagi parah. So it doesn't matter lah. I am ready for the second dose, which will be in September. So if you're going for your vaccination, this is what I got an advice. They said take Panadol dulu sebelum injection to minimize the effect of the macam demam, batuk, cirit-birit macam tu, to minimize the effect lah. But I can say that it all depends on people's body lah ya. Because I only took Upamol setelah I diserang dengan demam tu, and it only lasted for from 10:40 until 12. Less than 2 hours gone, that fever, you know. So yeah, just go, all right, and let's reach to that, what they call it, herd immunity. I don't know. And yes, like what they say, vaccination is not for you to avoid COVID. Ia tidak menghalangi untuk mendapat COVID, but to minimize the effect. Kalau you kena COVID, it will not harm your body. You know, comparing to people who do not have the antibody to fight COVID away. You know, like kita dari kecil kita dapat BCG lah, kita dapat macam-macam lah for the female, got rubella lah, apalah, macam-macam. So it works that way. So sometimes you cannot really trust the news 100%. You either have to make a not report. You either have to make a research, fact check, ataupun you better just shut down and ignore it, because it will affect your emotion, it will affect your thinking. Yeah. So I'm glad I managed to do the first one, and I can't wait to do the second one in September. So if you guys have yet to do it and masih ragu-ragu, well, there's nothing wrong for you to ragu-ragu. But all I can say is be smart lah. Yeah, be smart. And yeah, and another thing, if you have any reaction request, please comment down below and I will try my very best. Now I'm like I'm semangat, tiba-tiba macam fresh my memory. Yeah, lebih kurang macam tu. So you guys can suggest to me what you want me to react to, any artist. Please include the YouTube link lah, supaya I tak perlu tercari-cari, nanti takut I cari yang salah pula kan. Alright, thank you very much for watching my reaction. Till then, take care, stay safe, and hashtag kita jaga kita. Bye bye.